Okay, this video is kind of part 2 of a video I put out last week that I made with my mate Lakoza called 20 Lesser Video Games You Have to Play. Now myself and Lakoza basically had a good think about 10 games we both felt weren't quite so much unknown but weren't sort of mainstream known, if that makes any sense. In other words, maybe some early games that came out that some people, some maybe late adopters to the C64, Commodore Amiga, whatever it was, weren't aware of. So we both came up with 10 games each, and what we decided to do is that out of the 10 games that each of us mentioned, the other person then had to play the games that they had never really played before. So out of, I think, 10 that Lakoza mentioned, I hadn't really played 9 of them, and vice versa. Out of the 10 video games that I mentioned, Lakoza hadn't actually played 9 of them as well. So we both had 9 to play. I think we both agreed on Beam Rider, hence the reason we didn't feature this. So this video is basically each of us playing the other 9 games that we hadn't really played and giving our thoughts, and basically telling you if the other person is talking pish or not. So enjoy.
Hello. So having discussed the 20 overlooked classic games in the previous video, I am now going to be trying out 9 of the Mainmeister's suggestions. The one that I've been let off doing is Apidya, because I'd already reviewed it and I think it's fucking shit. So I've been let off of that one. Here we go. Anyway, let's get a go at this underway. Now, he recommended the Atari ST version. I'm actually playing the Amiga version. But I mean, the Amiga and ST versions are identical, really. Now, I had played this game before, as I think I mentioned in the video, but the version I had played was for the Commodore 64, and the 64 version is awful. It really does not work. It doesn't give you the freedom of movement. The controls are nowhere near as well done. So yeah, here we are with the Amiga one. That was fucking close. I have to say, I'm not, or at least I wasn't, a big fan of this game. I found the concept of it a bit shit, to be honest. And the fact that I played the 64 version first probably didn't help, because that was a bit of luck as well. Because, well, the 64 version just isn't very good. So, yeah, I was a bit uncertain about playing this, but it's actually not too bad. What haven't I done here? Move that out of the way. Oops, I think I've blown that a bit too far, and yeah. No, there's something I need to do to stop this fan from going, and I can't remember what it is. Ah, there we are. Blowing the television camera by the looks of it. Is it too far over? Oh no, just got away with that. So yeah, initially I wasn't that keen on the game, but it is one of those games that plays so much better than you might think when you see, you know, you hear about the original concept and you look at the graphics, and okay, the graphics are well done, but they're not really my sort of thing. They are a bit cutesy in places. I mean, certainly not Rainbow Island levels of bad, but nevertheless, they're certainly not the sort of thing I would normally be giving very much regard to. There we go, got through there. This level I suspect is a damn sight more difficult than it looks. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, bollocks that right up. But I mean, I cannot deny the playability is here, and the playability is here in spades. It is actually a decent game. So my initial reaction, oh you cunt! I think this one might need to be censored a bit when it gets uploaded to the Main Meister channel. But yeah, the gameplay is here, and it really does deliver the gameplay in spades. Oh, right up. So this is certainly one that I would agree with, that when he chose it. I must admit, initially I didn't think I would agree. There we go. But yes, having now played it, yeah, I do agree with it. I'll certainly stress again, I think I said it in the video, you really want to play either the ST or Amiga version. You don't want to be playing the Commodore 64 version. 64 version just doesn't work, hasn't got the freedom of movement necessary. I think this is my last life. I think I certainly have the easier of the tasks when it comes to playing the games that the other person recommended, because that means that old Main Meister has to try and show the gameplay of Frankie Goes to Hollywood in 10 minutes. Good luck with that one, mate. Right. I have a funny feeling if I do this. Okay. Well, that might make that easier. I was hoping it would do the sound, but no. I've certainly got a lot further in this than I thought I would, but looking at this level, I think this is where we get to see game over. Ah, what the... Yeah, there we go. I didn't have a prayer there. So there we are. So that is Bubble Ghost. Yeah, I would go along with what you said. It plays really well. I think it plays a lot better than it looks. The initial premise of the game certainly put me off. I dare say it's put off quite a few other players, but it's decent. No two ways about it. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. So there we go. That is that one. Back with the next one whenever that is.
Right, this is Shadow of the Beast 3, and again it was released by Psygnosis in 1992. Now, I've not played this one, and I've not played the second one. I did play the first one quite a bit when I first got it, when it came out, whenever that was. It was one of these games that just looked absolutely incredible. It was really the game that was kind of used to kind of showcase the Amiga capabilities. The problem with Shadow the Beast 1, or Shadow the Beast I should say, the gameplay was lacking. It was very, very linear and basic. So they brought out a second one which I believe was better than the first one, which wouldn't have been difficult. And this is the third one. Now this one did kind of largely go underneath the radar. I'd heard of it, but I think the problem that Psygnosis had was because the first one was such a letdown, when the subsequent games came out, people never really gave it much thought. So let's give this a go. I'm going to play this for 10 minutes and see how it goes. Right, well, we'll just stick with music and sound effects. Right, we'll just go straight to whatever that's meant to be. Right, up to jump, left, right, fire. Like holding fire button in doesn't seem to do anything, so. First impressions, graphics are lovely. I'm not overly convinced when they made Sprite. I'm not quite sure that really, whoa, I'm not quite sure that really looks in with the game. It looks like he's got a bloody hat on. I mean, I don't. He's got a rucksack, or a man bag as you like to call them. Now I'm only going to play this for 10 minutes, which I completely understand is not really enough time to form a proper opinion. Hey. Oh. Music's nice. Ah, right, okay, so I'm assuming. How do I go back down then? Right, so I can't get over there. How am I going to get that back? I need to stand the other side possibly? Jump over there. Oh! Wait, that looks like grenades of some sort. Get off. The problem games like this had was these kind of run and gun platformy type of games were absolutely 10 a penny in the Amiga. There were so many of them, and as a consequence a lot of them just got completely overshadowed. I mean, graphically wise I wouldn't say it's as nice as the first one. Oops. But the graphics are alright. Ah damn, I've had this died. I think I have. Can we go this way? Maybe not. Now I notice the action seems to kind of pause every now and again very briefly. I think that's probably more to do with emulation rather than the game. I wouldn't imagine it would do that in the game. Oh, that looks nasty. Ah, not for long. There's certainly more to do in this game than you ever had in the first one. Yeah, I don't know why that's pausing, that's quite annoying. We all know that's going to fall on top of me the minute I look underneath it. What is it? I think I kind of asked for that. Yeah, there's certainly more stuff to shoot. It's certainly a lot more fun to play than the original Shadow the Beast. Where did these guys suddenly appear from? Because they kind of come from there, so how can they suddenly appear? Ah, right, there we go. So we push that underneath, I think, do we? Do we? Right, I don't like games where the baddies constantly respawn. You want to be able to... Come on, why is that not going to fall? Damn it. Is that game over? Right, okay, listen, I think that's kind of brought this video to a natural end. That's quite good fun. I could certainly see myself putting a few hours into that game. Infinitely more fun than the original one. Graphics may not be quite as, you know, dramatic, but they're still nice. But the gameplay, more importantly, is there. You know, graphics are kind of smaller, but it's actually good fun to play. And I think, like I said, I think it's a game that I would certainly play in the future. Just annoying that it was glitching a wee bit, but like I said, I'm sure that's down to the emulation rather than the actual Amiga or the software itself. So yeah, that's Shadow the Beast 3. I actually like that one. Definitely going to play that one again. That was released by Psygnosis in 1992.
On to let's try that again. On to the next game. This is Dino Eggs. I was already familiar with this one, and I couldn't agree more with what Mainmeister said. This game is superb. I've definitely got to do a review of it at some point. So, for some reason the controls are a bit skewed. I know why. It's because I've got the joysticks in the wrong ports. Got off to a flying start there, and so yeah, the idea is to collect the dino eggs there, bring them back to your teleporter. It will then warp you back elsewhere in the level. So I'll come down and get these next three. And you really do have to keep an eye on everything that's happening in the game, everywhere on screen, otherwise you are going to have problems like I just very nearly did there. Brought that down too early, but I've got the 3 eggs, so yeah, we'll take that. I'll just grab these 2 and then leave. Now you can actually leave the level any time you like, but it does mean that you will lose points. You lose a point for every dino egg that you leave behind, so you haven't collected in the level. So I much rather actually try and clear a level out. Okay, let's fucked it. I don't tend to last too long in this game. I'm trying not to do an actual review of it. I'm going to do review certainly of this, but I'll probably end up reviewing all of the games that got mentioned. And but But yeah, this is just general gameplay, just show me trying it out. There we go. Right, we can now warp out of the level because we've done that one. Got everything there. We get a bonus for doing so. We go on to the next level. So, well, if I was to say more of the same, I mean that sounds almost dismissive. I don't find that there's, you know, made a right balls up with that. Go back in there, get me health replenished. Alright, so I lost one, so I'll only get bonus of 4 there. Break that so that we get the bonus there. That's handy. Right, we'll see what we get here. I got another egg. Try not to get stamped on again. Now, while you're in the warp, as I was just showing to there, you can't be, you know, injured or whatever by any of these snakes that come along. I don't think it protects you from the stomping mother dinosaur though. Oh, get away! Right, that was too close. Oh, I've only got room for one more. Right. I don't really want to drop any of these eggs, so I can't start a fire just yet. I made a right of that. Well, I'm going to die anyway. Was that last life? Or have I got one more life left? Okay, right, this is the last life. Alright, well that's some easy points there. Not so easy from there though. What I'll do, because the old mother dinosaur is proving to be a bit of a pain, so we'll start the fire and that will stop. You. Now I've got to get back as quick as I can. I'm not going to get stomped now, but you can see my health is going down and down and down. Just made it. Alright, one of the eggs has hatched. I can't remember, sometimes you are able to actually go and pick up the dinosaurs that have hatched, but other times you've got to avoid them. Well, let's see what happens if I don't do that. What was that? Yeah, see, nothing happens there, so okay. I've now got to, actually what I'll do, I'll come this way. That gap's too big. I'll make this pretty difficult for myself actually. So I don't think that, yeah, it's not going to go away anytime soon. Alright, so that's another 3 eggs. Missed time to jump completely. So I've got to try and free those last two boulders, see if there are any dinosaur eggs behind them. There's nothing behind that one. The fire is about to go out, so the mother dinosaur is going to reappear. Oh, I thought I'd made a... Okay, there's one. Alright. There we go, so that's that level cleared. Go on to level 3, where I don't think I'm going to last very long. Alright, well, it's put us in a handy place anyway. Just got away with that. That's not such a great place, but okay. Got away with it. If I ever go and I get my score into 3 figures like I just have there, then yeah, I consider it, yeah, I've done alright. Oh, you shyster. Alright, let's try and find us, yeah, grab the wood there. And we want to try and keep the mother dinosaur away. There we go. So my score's gone back down to 99 because I lost that, or took that hit. But there we go, so we're back up to 105. We'll get some more there. That's a bit of a pain. Oh, what was that? I've got to get back to the and I've got to jump over the fire and failed. There you go, so I didn't think that, then it is game over. That is Dino Eggs. This game is absolutely superb. Everything's spot on. I mean, the game's from 1983, so you're not going to get it, you know, looking absolutely phenomenal. But I think for 1983, the game looks fine anyway. So much for me not doing a review. That's just a summing up. Anyway, absolutely fantastic game. So, yep, definitely agree with his choice there. I'll be back with the next one.
Right, this is Captain Blood, released by Informatique back in 1988. Now, I did play this a wee bit back in the day and I didn't have a clue how to play it, so this is going to be interesting. It was visually very impressive looking, if I recall. So, let's see if this game is any good. It's a game that Lukosa says is a wonderful game. So I'm going to give it 10 of my best minutes and see if it can convince me to like it. Music by Jean-Michel Jarre. Right, I assume it's loading. I'll just let that take a few seconds. Right, okay, now it's all mouse controlled, I believe. Now apparently you play the part of a lost soul, or you're a, I think you're a human being, or you don't look very human being to me, you look like some kind of alien. And you've had your soul sucked from you. And it's been sucked into, is it 12 different aliens, and the idea is you've got to either kill the aliens or capture them to basically reclaim your lost soul. So let's go for English software. Let me just try and frequent myself with what's what. So that's save. That takes you to the planet. This does the same thing. So can you get to line up where you want to go? Should have probably left it where it was actually. What's that? Don't know what that does. Now the idea is you've got to basically fly down to the planet and then you've got to find... Ooh! What's going on here? Yeah, some of these early games, they use like the sort of fractal graphics capability of these machines, which did make for quite visually impressive looking games. Right, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. I'm going to go to that. And I go to that possibly? No. That one up there? This one. Right, here we go. So I think this is us now going to land on the planet. Yeah, this game was kind of using every trick in the book. It's digital sound effects, digitised sound, all this kind of colour cycling stuff going on. Apparently this game was on the C64, I can't even begin to imagine how it would look. Or is that me just... and I think this one's going to take you down to the planet. There we are. Now this is mouse controlled again. Pressing up with fire button makes you move up, and pulling back makes you go down. Now you press the right mouse button, keeping the... now I think it's telling me to go left, I think. Left a wee bit, straight on. Now, although these graphics look very, very basic and rudimentary, back in 1988, this was pretty damned impressive. Damn it. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a bit silly. And like Power Drome, I don't think this game is... you're not going to be able to pick it up in 10 minutes, absolutely not. I mean, I'm already 6 minutes into the video. What's happened? Have we arrived, possibly? Right, I'm not overly sure what I need to do now. Is that going to put me back? Oh, what's going on? I thought I was going to get the alien. I'm not quite sure why that didn't happen. don't actually see any indication of how far you've got to fly. Damn it. If I can even reach just one of the baddies, then we can give the little communication thing a go. Right, now it's automatically stopped me here. Now hopefully this time we're going to get to talk to one of the little creatures. Right, I'm not really sure why that's not happening. Let's go back to this. The only problem is we don't actually know where. We'll try once more, we'll put it over. Oh wait a minute, is that telling me that says 7310? Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down to, what was that, the coordinates, or was that? Nah, I think it was, yeah, I was at 7310, right, got you. Right, I've got no idea. We'll try one more. Right, let's go. Go for the little sort of warp sequence, which is quite nice. Okay. There it's there, so what we want to do is go down to the planet. What does this one do? This one do here? Right, I've got absolutely no idea what these are representing. No idea. Right, so back to the planet and then we'll land. What on earth happened there? Like, these two little lines are coming together. And it looks like I'm... Right, okay. Right, listen. Kind of struggling with this one a wee bit. Thoughts? It still was visually impressive as I remember it to be back in 1988. It's obviously going to take a bit of playing to get used to. Now I've not even managed to encounter one of the baddies to talk to it. Having watched Chris playing it, there is quite a lot to pick up. But again, Chris does say it's an absolutely fantastic game. He says he does still play it even now. So again, I think, like Powerdrome, I think it's a game you've got to invest time in, and I think you'll get back tenfold if you actually learn how to play the game. It's not a game you can pick up and learn how to play in 10 minutes. So that is Captain Blood, and that was released by Informatique in 1988.
Right, on to the next one, and this one is Seamus, which was one that he chose that I had never seen or heard of, but I was absolutely sold on it the moment the words Berserk clone got mentioned. So here we go. Let's get the joysticks in the right port. Right, let's try that again. Right, so yeah, well we know all that. So F7 to start. Here we are. Now again, okay, yeah, graphically, yeah, it's a bit rough around the edges, but let's be honest, so is Berserk, and for the same reason, it's a very early game. But just like Berserk, it makes up for rather lackluster visuals by, you know, having decent gameplay. And yeah, oh yes, does this have decent gameplay or what? The gameplay is I've had to censor myself there. The gameplay is fantastic. There is no other way of describing it. Grab that, that's an extra life. So okay, yeah, it's a bit of a shameless rip-off, but you know, if you are going to rip off a game, well, you couldn't choose a better one, really. I've been a fan of Berserk for as long as I can remember, and of course I'm even older than Berserk is, if you can believe that. It is actually, you know, it is possible for a human being to be that old. I'm making a real bollocks up with this, aren't I? There we go. So I think I'm down to my last life, and there we go. That was pretty quick. I think I've got time for another go. I'm trying to keep these videos down to just 10 minutes, which I think I mentioned back when I did the Bubble Ghost video. So it's just, yeah, quick 10-minute goes, and 10 minutes, let's go this way. 10 minutes is just not long enough, not for a game as great as this. So it's not original, but if you're going to copy a game, Berserk is a fine one to do a copy of. The audio is so-so, graphically it's so-so, gameplay wise, you know, the area that really counts, it is spot on. So, you know, there is, that is this game's equivalent of old Evil Otto. So yeah, once he turns up, and he's also a lot bigger and a lot faster, so yeah, you've really got to shift when he comes along. I haven't got long running around, because otherwise old Evil Otto clone, I can't remember what he's actually called in this game, but he's going to show up. Yeah, okay, I've got to go. Once you have cleared out a room of all of the enemies, as you may have seen, you do move an awful lot faster. Well, there you go, Shamus, absolutely superb game. Yet another one that I will definitely be doing a review of. So I've done 3 of these gameplay ones already, and they are 3 games that I definitely got to do reviews of. So yeah, there we are. Right, not Drells, that's Shamus. I think I've rather given away what the next one's going to be. So yeah, I'll be back with that next one after this.
Right, this is Firefly, released by Ocean, and it was programmed by Special Effects, released in 1988. So this was quite a late kind of game on in the C64's life. I'd moved on to the Atari ST by this point, so I never actually saw this. So let's give it a go. Now apparently you can't, this matrix is a series of levels. Now you can't pick one of the squares where it's got sort of what looks like kind of two rocks. That's apparently where there's enemies or something, so you can't go into these at the moment. Now, I believe you can go to these ones or these ones, so I'm just going to go to this one first. Now you'll see at the bottom there, you kill these, all the baddies kind of float about the screen. I think you just destroy them for points. I don't think they really do an awful lot. You'll see at in the middle, or sort of towards the bottom of the screen, there's a little radar. Now you can see I'm a kind of, well, I don't know if it's appearing in the video, I'm a kind of sort of a slightly darker greeny colour. Now where the flashing dots are apparently is where the little bits you've got to destroy. So there should be a little hole down here. Now apparently there's some kind of thing that I can shoot, if this is going to let me through. Right, there seems to be some kind of force field that's not letting me through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. And I can't go down there, how can I? Right, I'm stuck already. Ah, now wait a minute. Right, you shoot that, these apparently, and you've got to collect what look like little, I don't know what you'd call them, little kind of cells, something like that. Now I had to do a wee bit of research to try and figure out just what I'm supposed to do, and as you can probably tell, I'm none the wiser. Right, it's just made a little noise, which I'm not quite sure what that's actually telling me. Can I move over it? Ah, balls. Right. Okay, can I do it again? Right, I think I'm going to have to destroy or collect some more of these little cell things. Right, now it's making that noise. Hey! Right, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I've got no idea. I don't know what happened there. No idea. Can I say the graphics are beautiful? They really are. The shading and the way they kind of look, they're kind of sparkling. I can't get through there, oddly. Ah, now wait a minute. Oh, hang on a second, I'm getting totally confused. Right, okay, I can go along here, I believe. Can I get along here? Oh, no, there's nothing there to pick up. Right. Now, I think you'll see the two kind of little bars at the bottom. Now, I'm cheating a wee bit. I've got auto fire on. You'll see the two little bars. The one on the left, it looks like it says F. I think that's fuel. Oh, fish. Right, I've got no idea. Ah, wait a minute, I'm sure if you pick up a fish, you get these teardrops that apparently give you more energy. I don't know, I can't seem to pick them up anyway, so I'm maybe got that completely wrong. I'll tell you one thing though, this game makes Hunter's Moon look like a walk in the park. Right, it's looking like I'm going to be dead, I think. Right, it's made that little happy tune, so if I hold down the fire button and move over that, you know what, I've got no idea. What is that achieving? What's that actually done? I really don't know. Ah, right. Ah, bollocks. Apparently you've got to do that 3 times. Right, okay, can I go back in there? Certainly can. Right, so is that flashing? It is. So what I want to do, I think, is shoot that until it makes a little happy sound. Come on. Come on. Come here. Right, now I want to move over this and press fire button. And I want to stop it in that. Have I destroyed that? Maybe I have. I'm really not too sure. Right, so let's... Right, so you can't shoot that thing. Ah, wait a minute. Right, there's a... You can see there should be a... I see, I can't get through here. There is a little flashing square, but it will not let me through here. So I'm really not sure where I need to go, because it's not going to let me down here. Right, pick that thing up if I can. Ah, bugger. Right, let's move over it. Come on. Come on. Hey, well that was lucky, it just stopped in that. Right, where am I now? Ah, right, right, I appear to be inside this. I can't actually move out of here. Now what? Right, you know what? That's almost 10 minutes. It's a beautiful, beautiful looking game. It really is. It's probably one of the nicest looking C64 games I've actually seen. And I mean that sincerely. But you know what? It's just too damn difficult. Maybe with a bit more practice, it might kind of unlock itself and become a bit more sort of user friendly. But it's just, to my mind, it's just, they've just completely overcomplicated the controls in the gameplay. They could have really made this something special with the graphics. So, will I play it again? Possibly. I'm not going to say any more than that. Lovely looking game. They've just overly complicated it. So yeah, that's Firefly, and that was released in 1988 by Ocean.
Right, next one then. This is Drelbs, but that surprises a lot here. 1984 from Synapse Software. And yeah, I remember he had a hard time describing this, and I can't say I'm at all surprised by that. Here we go. Tell me I'll change the joysticks again. Yeah, I did. Right, so this is essentially a puzzle game with an arcade game sort of disguised to it. So we have to try and close up as many of these areas here and form complete blocks, which, well, on the surface doesn't seem too difficult, but yeah, there we go. I managed to actually get him trapped in that one, which is more than handy. Bollocks. There we go, that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, as you can see, he comes back, so whoa. But I mean, other than describing it as a puzzle game with a sort of arcade game skin to it, trying to actually describe this game, yeah, no one can surely be surprised that he was having a hard time doing so. I wouldn't even attempt to try and describe this game. It's just... Well, I thought I had chosen you know, an unbelievably surreal game when I chose Frankie Goes to Hollywood, but I mean, compared to this, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, that's nothing. Well, get out of... I also noticed that my video of Seamus was a bit on the short side, so hopefully I can make this one last a bit longer. Or at least last the 10 minutes that it's supposed to. Oh. That's another 2. These ones on the end are not really much good to me, so... Right, yeah, that's that one done, and then that one. And that one, and now of course, yeah, with all these squares filled in, but then they get emptied again. Yeah, there we go. I'm running out of areas that I can actually travel to. Get out the way. Ah, I made that real. Oh, some of that. It does rather rub it in a bit when you lose your last life. Yeah, there we go. Right, one more go. I've never actually got off this first stage, but then again, yesterday. Not yes. Well, okay, yeah, it was yesterday when we recorded the video. It was the first time I'd actually heard the title. I'd seen the game running plenty of times, but I couldn't remember what it was called. So now I know it's called just plain weird, or at least that's what it should be called. I thought I might have got away with it, but no. Alright, that's that one. Alright. I'm fast running out of yeah, there we go. So yeah, I mean, visually it's a combination of weird and kind of basic. I think it gets away with it though. I mean, does the game look bad? No, of course it fucking don't. The game looks fine. Well, that was a bit of a bollocks up. See if I can get that heart. I'm sure that does something good. Ah, so what's it done to him? Nothing. He still kills me. I think that's what is known in the trade as a fuck up. So was that. I mean, this weird sort of noise that plays on throughout the background, I don't think you can really call it a tune, but I mean, it does really sort of... It's the perfect sound, shall I say, for this game, and that was even worse than my first go. There we go. Right, so you can skip that. Right, last go, because otherwise I'm going to end up playing this game forever and ever and ever, and this video is just not going to end. So yeah. I'll tell you what though, this is another one where, yeah, I absolutely agree, spot on. It's a great game. I'd say it's unique. I've never played another game like it. don't know how I got away with that. Ah, wasn't watching what I was doing there. That was a bit of luck. Right, I'm being a bit too slow and meticulous here. Right, freeze him. Right, I'm doing okay this time. But how long for? That's always the big question. Oh, jeez. Right, well, obviously there must be, yeah, I've obviously got to be able to do the entire screen, so I've got to wait for these things to remove all the squares, or I didn't mean to. That's what I want to do. Right, so you get into this like extra mini game, which I paused up. I think once you get through that mini game, it takes you to the next level. But I've got to wait for these to. There we go. So I have to clear all of the these away. Oh, that was too close. So was that. Right, starting to get somewhere now. Yeah, famous last words. And then I mistimed that. Well, there you go. That was the best go I've had on that for, well, since I started playing it yesterday. So that is Drelbs. I actually got the title right this time. Yet again, fantastic game. Definitely one to check out. I totally agree with what is said in the video. Right, 4 down, 5 to go. Next one coming up after this.
Right, this is Frankie Goes to Hollywood, released in 1985 by Ocean Software. Obviously, it was, would we say it was inspired by Frankie Goes to Hollywood, the group? I'm not too sure. I mean, I wasn't a fan of the group, but they were absolutely huge. They were basically like the Spice Girls of their day, and they were massive. And obviously Ocean thought, let's jump in the bandwagon and bring out a game. So, yeah, this is the title screen. Apparently that bit down below, the formula is sex plus war plus love plus faith times somebody putting their hand into an electrical socket. So let's batter on. I did play this game briefly back in the day. Couldn't really get on with it at all. So, yep, as Chris explained in the last video, you play the part of basically a nobody. You can see there, you don't even have any features, you're just a sort of silhouette. And you're in a place, I think it's like Dullsville or something. You're basically running about, going into houses, you're picking up clues. You take part in various sort of little mini games. You've got to solve mini games, you've got to solve a murder and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to sort of talk and play at the same time. So I think you push forwards there, you go. How do you... Right. So you kind of hold down the fire button. What door did I come? So you basically push forward, and you turn and then push forward to go in. So, like so. I think for myself, because you're carrying nothing, because I wasn't a fan of Frankie Goes to Hollywood. In fact, I would have probably said I was an anti-fan. I really didn't like the group at all. You know, wasn't a fan. I was more into rock music, and so Frankie Goes to Hollywood was not my thing. So I never really gave it the time of day. Oh man, I better go back there, and I will go over here, I think. So I think, yeah, you basically just go through different doors, looking for stuff, picking up things. And there we go. So if you notice here, down the bottom right, you'll see I've got the Faith. Now when I pick this up, there we go, I've now picked up that, whatever it is. Got to say the music, although I'm not a fan of Frankie Goes to Hollywood music, Fred Gray has done a really good, that's a videotape you pick up. He has done a really, some 1% Real Person. Yeah, I mean it was a very original game. Right now my love should go up a wee bit. There we are. Come out with that, and so Frankie's given me 400 pleasure points. So there's money. I don't know why that made my war thing go up. No idea why that did that. I'm now 2%, so I've completed 2% of the game. Now let's try and go out this door. So I think this is basically the game. You just go from house to house, room to room, looking for stuff. If I'm being honest, I can't say it's a game that does a lot for me. Right, come out of that. There will be times where, and in fact, is that insert a video? So there we go. Now how do I get the... Right, you pull down, put a videotape in. Frankie gives you 2,000 more pleasure units. You have 4,000 and you're a 5% Real Person. Now what I need to do here is very quickly run into the window, and it should now open up a little mini game. Now, I'm trying to, I think, how do you reload? Ah, right, you've got to go to the bottom. You see there, I think that's, is that Prince? You'll see Margaret Thatcher popped up a few times. There she is. It's not easy. That looks like Arthur Scargill. There's Mr. Reagan. You know what, this game really dates itself because so far every single person is dead. There's a little pussycat. Right, pick up a fish. I'm guessing that's a red herring. Right, pick up the wee heart. There we go. Now, I don't know if there's things like down the back of the suite or anything. I'm really not too sure. If you hold down the fire button, oops, and you move the joystick to the side, you kind of wave your arm about. Right, nothing in there, so let's go back out. Fridge, there's a disc, pick that up. Now I'm probably, I don't know if you've only got so much space. Pick up the wee Faith thing, that should... Ah, you're carrying all you can, right, okay. I'm going to drop the red herring. Right, oh, can I drop it? Alright, it appears I have. So what I'm going to do is go back in the fridge and then pick up that thing. Let's put that back up again. Now 10 minutes playing this game is really not going to do the game justice. You're going to have to play it longer than I have. Though to be fair, this is probably about the longest I've actually played this game before. I do kind of get the appeal of it. Right, I've been in there. This should take us back out. I think this is one of these games where you really have to draw a map. Can you turn the lights on? I appear to get points just for nothing there. I don't think you can go in that, you can't. I mean, this game got a, was it a Zap gold medal, so I mean it was really highly thought of. The problem you've got, you insert a videotape. There's a videotape there, that should open up a little window, like so. Let's go inside the game. Wait a minute, right, what am I doing here? Right, I'm assuming I'm trying to headbutt the little sort of cross thing into that, I don't know, electricity thing or something? Really not too sure. Have it. Oh, come on. Oh. Ah, bugger, I think that may have been going in. I'm assuming I'm trying to do that. I don't know. I'm really not too sure. Oh, come on. That's... Ah. Damn it. On me head, son. Come on. Right, this time. Ah, damn. Right, anyway, listen, that's 10 minutes. So, what do I think, having played it for 10 minutes? You know what, I do understand it could be quite an addictive game. You know, it's all about collecting things, unlocking puzzles, completing the little mini games, which I have to say are very quite tough, challenging little games. I can understand the appeal of it. Is it a game that I could see myself playing? Probably not. Probably not. It's not to say that I dislike the game, not at all. I think I could play it. I would play it. If it was the only game I had, I would absolutely play it, but I don't know, I think it's just a wee bit too samey for me. There's not really much variation. All the graphics are fairly similar. So, yeah, I'm not convinced, but I do understand why it would be a game that a lot of people would enjoy. So that is Frankie Goes to Hollywood, released in 1985 by Ocean Software.
Right, next video, or next game, Super Pipeline 2. And yeah, the main master was really raving about this one, so here we go. That score, by the way, that says Andy 1, yeah, that's me. I did not put in Andy 1. Anyway, let's get a game underway then. So here we are. So, yes, the way he was talking about this game, this is really something fantastic. Well, let's Let's state the obvious, shall we? I don't agree. I think this game is pants, actually. I really can't get into it at all. It's... I can't really find the words to say why I don't like it. I just don't like it. It's... and presentation wise it's fine, and graphically it's fine. I mean, 1985, it's not exactly early in the 64's lifetime, but you know, you couldn't be expecting, you know, graphically phenomenal for every single game. Not at this point. I mean, obviously, you know, as I keep mentioning, you know, the Impossible Mission, that really did raise the standards for the graphics in '84. But yeah, you couldn't expect Impossible Mission style animations and everything else all the time, which is a good job, because with this one you didn't get it. The thing that I think irritates me the most about the game is the jingles, the music that plays throughout the levels. They're bearable at best, but some of them I utterly despise them. And I think it's the next level is the one I hate the most. I think I'm fairly close to... oh, no, I'm not. I was just about to say, I think I'm fairly close to completing this level. No, is that hole there? Oh, okay, I did it anyway. Yeah, this is the jingle I hate more than any other. This one just really gets on my tits from start to finish. No, for a start, it's so full of fucking bum notes, it sounds awful. So what is it about the game then that means I don't like it? I honestly don't know. I mean, it's all very jolly, and that does start to grate after a very short while. I don't think though it is just as simple as saying, yeah, that's the reason. Right, now I'll go and sort this other fucking one out down here. Here we go. I mean, it's one of those games where it looks deceptively simple, but yeah, it certainly isn't. It's pretty tough. I mean, the first level is straightforward enough, and you know, once you've got more of an idea of what you're doing, anyway, it's I think that's the best I've done for a long time. Yeah, once you've got an idea of what you're doing, it's becomes a lot easier. But yeah, I just don't like it. Oh, fucking hell, right, there we go. I mean, I never had this back in the day, and it's almost certainly because the actual premise of the game, you know, going around fixing holes in pipes and stuff like that, just didn't interest me at all. But now that I'm at an age where I can overlook that sort of guff, it still doesn't do anything for me. I mean, it's not the worst game I've played by any stretch of the imagination, but I wouldn't describe it as good. Actually managed to get that fucking lobster. Alright, let's go and... Oh, you fuck. Let's sort the hole out here. Right. Now. I don't think I've managed to get off this level yet. I'll be rather amazed if I can do it this time, but we'll give it a go. Oh, fucking hell, I just noticed there's another fucking hole. Oh, fuck it, I've really bollocksed it up now. Alright. So I've got one of them. Go and get this hole sorted out. Go on, piss off. Oh, that was close. Where's he going? Yeah. There we go. So I got through that level. First time I've done that. So this was supposed to be just a quick go, and it's ended up being, yeah. Oh yeah, that was well done. So the jingles just get worse. Yeah, music is not this game's strong point. Then again, neither are the visuals. And if you ask me, neither is the gameplay. It looks like these things that are going around here are indestructible. Yeah. Well, that's a bit of a cunt. Oh, well, there's no holes in the pipes yet, so I'm doing okay-ish. Right, those indestructible things are finally buggered off. Ah, okay, there's now a hole in the pipe. Right. Ah, those indestructible things are... Oh, okay. That was handy. Now they're back. Off you fuck. I think that's that level done. Jesus Christ. How long is this video going on for? It's only supposed to be a quick go. I'm trying to keep it down to 10 minutes. I mean, the video I did of Seamus didn't even last 6 minutes, but here I am playing this game, which I think is absolute fucking tosh, and the video's going on and on and on. I don't like just deliberately losing lives just so that the video can end. So I'll persevere. Sure you'll all be thrilled about that. I mean, if this was a review video, I'd be babbling on throughout, but, well, it's not a review video, it's just me playing the thing. And I can't think of anything really to talk about, because, I mean, the thing is, the game is just, well, for me anyway, it's just, there's nothing really here to get excited about, whether it's, you know, getting worked up about how crap it is and ranting about that, or about how great it is. It's neither of those things. It's yeah. that's about as far as I can go. It's oh, what a cunt. Does that mean I've got to start this level right from the beginning again? Yes, I do. Right, you know what, I said I wouldn't do it, now I will. Fuck yeah, I'm trying to get myself killed on purpose and I can't fucking do it. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, game over. There you go, so that is Super Pipeline 2. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I think it's pants. So the first game that I don't agree with. Yeah, there we go. Right, next video will be 5 minutes from this restaurant.
Right, this is Hunter's Moon, released by Thalamus in the year 1987. Programmed by Martin Walker. Well, you can read, you can see it there. Now, I did play this game on a live stream, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, and I quite simply had no idea what I was trying to do. So let's see if I can do any better. If you're a regular on my channel, you'll know that I love a good shoot 'em up. So, you know, this game I think is kind of touted as a thinking man's shoot 'em up. So maybe the fact that I've never been able to figure it out doesn't say very much about my intelligence, but now wait a wee minute, I'm just looking, there is an actual little radar thing at the bottom. Now I believe you've got to destroy the flowers and then kind of go inside, so wait a minute, don't die Alan, don't die. Ah, come on! Right, so let's... Ah, wait a wee minute, right, I think I've got it right. I'm just trying to figure out how the little... I thought the 4 little dots in the radar were where you were, but it's not, that's kind of your... Right, wait a minute, I've just noticed that these seem to fill in very, very quickly. Oh, hang on, how am I going to do this? Right. Oh, quick, quick, quick. Right, okay. I've got some points. Cubic System, Star Map 1, unknown. Right. Confirm by pressing fire. Right, okay, I'm not quite sure. I'm assuming I've warped to some sort of new planet or something, possibly? Whoa, whoa, get back, get back. Right, quick. Ah, there's nothing there, that was a bit silly. I'm assuming you only really want to go into ones where there's oh, you idiot, where you've got a little bit in the centre. So nothing there. I'm assuming the best way to do this is just to take out one of them. Whoa, back! then make a run for it. Right, go! Right, why has that not disappeared? Is there maybe another one I've got to take out, possibly? I don't want to go in there because there's nothing there. Ah, you fool. Hey. Ah, come on, I'm too impatient. Right, we've got time for another go, I think. Now, I don't know if you get any. I don't know if you get any like power ups or anything at all in the game. I've really no idea. Right, now I notice it says 6. Right, I'm going to have to get closer to this thing. It's still saying 6. So I'm really not quite sure what is going on. What do I need to do here? Oh, don't crash. There's nothing there to go into. Ah, right, okay. I think the ones that have got the little... No! Whoa! Your ship doesn't move. Ah, come on, you idiot! You complete fool. Yeah, I think the ones that... the ones you've got to destroy, or the ones that have got the little bit in the centre, have appear on your little scanner. Right, so we want to come down, I think, and it should be that one there. Right, okay, it is. Right, okay, that's that one done. So we go to that one. Right, I can't seem to destroy anything here. Now, you know what? I'm liking this already because I love blasting things, and I love the fact that you can shoot all this stuff. Right, so we want to come over here and then go down a wee bit. Ah, now there's one there. Outside. Ah, no way. kind of a free one, I think. Right, let me line up. Hey! Right, now by my reckoning, we've only got that one more to go, I think. Right, so nothing there, so we want to go along. Ah, no! Damn it. It's far too easy just to clip the walls with this thing. Right, I want to get myself lined up. Right, okay. Right, where are we going now? We want to come down, or I need to move along a wee bit. And then we want to move in. Right. Right, prepare to enter sub-game. Ooh, what the hell. System 2. Anyway, listen, that's 10 minutes. Got to say, I really enjoyed that. I think I have now sussed out what I need to do. Before, I had no idea what I was doing, but I think I've kind of sussed it out now. I've got to say, I actually really enjoyed playing that game. So yeah, completely, utterly turned my my thinking about Hunter's Moon. It is a kind of thinking. It's not a fast-paced shoot 'em up. It's quite strategy, puzzle-based almost. But it's got a flavour of shoot 'em up about it as well, which I really like. So yeah, definitely going to play that one again. That is Hunter's Moon, released by Thalamus in 1987.
Right, next one, Fort Apocalypse, which is from the Stone Age as far as Commodore 64 gaming goes. 1982, the year the 64 was first released. I played this game once. That's about to become very apparent. Here we go. Right, so 6 lives left. I'm going to need it. So yeah, we start low on fuel, and we have to head in here. Alright, so we'll pick up, we'll fill her right up, which is 2,000 or just over. Right, away we go. And this is where I instantly start heading into problems. Let's try and get some of these. You fucking cunt. Yeah, this is, yeah, this is my Fort Apocalypse gaming experience. I'm shite out of it. You've then got to make damn sure you get this opening wide enough. Right. And we'll land on the pad. Right, that's my restart point. Right. I actually rescued someone. Let's get these two. What the fucking hell did I hit there? Oh, fucking hell. Right. I need to get this bastard thing down here before I can pick any of these up. Here we go, right. So I've only got 2 men left to rescue. trouble is they're now a long way away. So I've already pretty close to the furthest I've got. Oh, what the... Right. So I mean, yeah, graphically it's not very good. It's a bit like, you know, the old Commodore 64 Choplifter, which of course came out the same year. So yeah, graphically pretty ordinary. But then, you know, come on, 1982, you can't expect it to look like, you know, Whizball or something. And in terms of audio, it's pretty bland, but as far as the important stuff goes, and incidentally, this is the furthest I've ever got. Oh, and it's just looped around. So where do I go to get those last two blokes? It must be up here somewhere. No, it isn't. I know where it is. Yeah, so as far as the gameplay goes, it's got it dead on. I am impressed. Unlike anybody who's doing that and watching me trying to play this thing. Nobody said this game was easy, and it sure as fuck isn't. You I'm sure those blocks were going the other way when I came around here last time. I didn't see how many lives I have left. But yeah, they're coming towards me now. So, right, I'll make it a bit easier on myself and actually go the other way around. So I don't know if this is my last life or not, but yeah, I think we can go on the safe assumption that it will be. Oh, you fucking what? Right, last life. I'm rather surprised I got away with that. Hurry up! Fuck. Yeah, I did really well there. Right, here we go. Let's have another go then. Right. I'll pick up the fuel. I mean, I'll say see if I can do any better, but I mean, that go you just saw, that's the best I've ever done in this game. This game is properly fucking difficult. Get out of it, you... God, that was... that was too fucking close. You watch this colour will take us out. Yeah, there we are. Right. Right, got one of them. Got two of them. Right, down through here. On the landing pad. Right, that's my reset point done. Let's pick up these two, if I can. Let's just bomb one of them. Come on. Right. That's him done. Get over here. Yeah, it looks like there's only two of them this time. Get that in there. Get out of it. There we go. Oh, fuck. So amazed I actually got through there, and I ended up shooting the first thing I saw, which was one of the guys I'm meant to be rescuing. There we go. Right, so I've got 2 guys left to get. No, you don't. Oh, you shyster! That means it's going to put me back up here, isn't it? Yeah. What? Oh, what happened there? It teleported me somewhere. I thought I had to avoid them. So I've now gone down below. Okay, well, I'll settle for that. Oh, I've done it again! Right, 1 bloke left to rescue. There we go. I'll tell you what, if that did teleport me somewhere, let's see what happens this time then. Yeah, okay. I don't know if that is a feature or if that's a bug in the game or something. But it's right, I certainly wasn't expecting it. And there's again! As much as I like playing the game, it is fucking hard. Whoa. Alright, where's it sent me now? Land here. There we go. Right. Oh, it looks like I completed that level. Yeah. Right, here we go. Oh, that was a... So I've got on to level 2, and it looks like that's about as far as I'm going to go. Yeah. You cunt. Alright, last life. Let's refuel. I don't know why I'm refueling, because I'm not going to last long enough to need the extra fuel. Let's go this way. Ah, and there's one of these fuckers straight away. There you go. So my rank is still Sparrow Class 4. I think that's their way of saying I'm shit at the game. There you go, so that is Fort Apocalypse. Yeah, it's a decent game. It is unbelievably difficult. So, yeah, I think you need to be a pretty useful gamer to be able to do this. I nearly said useful driver. That's because this sound effect in the background is just reminding me of Super Cycle all the time. Well, there you go, Fort Apocalypse, decent game. Next one coming up right now.
Right, this is Leander, released by Psygnosis in 1991. And programmed by Traveller's Tales, apparently. Did play this back in the day, very briefly. I think the problem with this game wasn't so much it was a bad game. I think it was more to do with the fact that the timing of the game. These games were, let me just have a quick look, single fire button lives. Let's put it to easy. Training. Do we have easy? Alright, okay. Right, we'll just leave it with that. Sound type, music. I'm going to go for sound effects. Exit. Oops, a daisy. Exit. Start. Yeah, I think the biggest problem with a lot of these games was, you know, these sideways scrolling games were just absolutely 10 a penny on the Amiga. There were so many of them. And at the end of the day, you know, you've only got so much cash, so you're just going to buy, you know, ones that you think are particularly good. And I think this game was probably one of these games where it just kind of got swallowed up with all the other games that were out at the same time. Ah, I appear to have changed colour for some reason. Why is that? Alright, I'm assuming I can't go through there because I need to collect, oh, I don't know, coins, bombs? I'm not quite sure. Graphics are lovely. I mean, Psygnosis are renowned for their graphics. Got to say, some of the gameplay in their games leaves quite a bit to be desired, but the graphics are always top notch. These graphics probably aren't quite as striking, shall we say, as some of the Psygnosis games, but you know, I think I'd rather play a game like this. Ah, damn it! Than something that's all graphics and very little gameplay. Quite slow paced, obviously. It's, you know, don't expect a Sonic the Hedgehog experience. And I think that's possibly why some of these games never really took off, because, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog really did kind of set the sort of the bar for platform games. I suppose you could say Mario as well, and you know, the Amiga owners were crying out for their own Sonic, and yeah, we got Zool, which we'll say no more about. And games like this that were quite slow paced probably didn't really get the attention they deserved. Right, I'm kinda, where do I need to go now? I'm half expecting these spikes to shoot up. Ah! What happened there? Right, pulling down. Did I just die there? I have no idea. Pulling down and holding in the fire button did do something, but I'm assuming I've probably used up all the energy or something. I'm not quite sure. Ah, damn it. I'm guessing the different colour of your armour determines how much energy you've got, possibly. I should have probably, I wonder if I can pause it. I don't think you can. I was going to say, I should have probably have kept it on the music, to be fair, because there's sound effects are minimal, as you can probably tell. Can I? There we go. Hop. Right, how do we get up there? Right, let me try and go along here. Pull down with fire button possibly. Push up with fire button maybe. Nah, I'm not too sure what I need to be doing here. Yeah, as you can see, there's not a, you know, don't expect the first Samurai where you're going to have lots of baddies to kill. There's not an awful lot to actually kill. It is quite pedestrian. But you know what? Oh, there we go, game over. I'm going to have another wee shot. That's not a bad thing, because not everybody wants... using joystick. Right, let's just put in anything. Let's jump in for one last shot. In fact, I'm going to reload this and I'm going to pick the music. Right, this time we've got some music. I think with the lack of sound effects, I think I would recommend you go for the music, because yeah, there's not an awful lot. Don't know why they couldn't quite easily have sound effects and music, considering how sort of sparse the sound effects were. I'm sure they could have quite easily have had both working at the same time. Can I get up there? Yeah, see there as I'm killing baddies, sort of the colour of my armour's changing. I've already been up there. Right, I'm assuming that's kind of my sort of special move. Whoops. I've got to say, all in, it's a fun game. Like I said, it's not fast paced. There's not an awful lot to kill. Alexa, shut up! Bad timing. There's not an awful lot to kill, but you know, if you like exploring nicely detailed landscapes, then you know what, Leander could well be your thing. I'll certainly play it again.
Right, we're on to game 7, Rocket Ball. I freely admit I've been putting off doing this one. In the same way that I mentioned in the video that people had said I made Power Drone look easy. Well, the video of Mainmeister playing this made this game look easy. The difficulty of this game is brutal, especially the control system. So let's get a game underway. I'm going to keep it as a 2-player game, but if the video goes on for long enough, I'll start a 1-player game. But I've played this game twice in the last, say, 30 years, and it really does show. I am hopeless because I just cannot get the grips with control method. So I'm the white guy here who's just slammed into the back of it. So now here I am in white. Now the ball's coming down here, so I've got to try and pick it up, but no, someone slammed into me and it's gone out of play. And this is what happens a hell of a lot. Right, so right, get fired in again eventually. There we go. Right, so hopefully one of my players will come along. Right, there I am. Right, so here we go. Let's try and pick the fucking ball up. That's all I'm trying to do. But it's gonna, it's gonna go in. It's gonna go out of play. You fucking muppet. Yeah. This is the newbies gaming experience with Rocket Ball. It's not newcomer friendly in any way. That is not saying though that the game is no good. I like the game. I actually picked the fucking ball up. Right, here we go. So I think the game is great, but yeah, difficulty wise it's fucking off the scale. Oh, you cunt. I think this video is going to need censoring. I'm trying to pick the fucking ball. Oh, there we go. Right, so now I need to put it in the green goal. Let's see if we can do that. And I just missed. Okay, alright, so oh, you. Right, so we'll try and pick it up. There we go. Yes, right. Okay, I'm actually getting somewhere now. Well, it helps that I'm playing a two-player game, but player 2 isn't doing anything. Oh, what is going on? Come on, get up! So all my players have now all pissed off. Yeah, there we are. But now the ball's gone out of play. Right, we'll try this again. Come on, fire the ball in then. There we go. Alright, there we are. And fuck it on, and again. And he's gonna. Oh, where are we? Oh, now I've gone right past it. It's gonna go out of play. Yeah. It's going well. Right. Got it. Right, here we go. And then that fucking cunt who was one of my own players got in the way. And now, right, so the green player has actually picked up the ball, which is quite impressive given that he has, well, he's not actually being controlled by anyone. Oh, fucking, come on. Right, so I've got to try and tackle him, which involves basically hitting the cunt. There we go. Right. Can't go in front of it. I've got to get behind it and then catch up with it and try and catch it before, there you go, before it went out of play, which I just managed to do. So, oh, that was the green goal that's just gone past. And, nearly slammed it in the back of him. Now, I think it's the green goal I've got to throw it into. I wasn't even close on that one. And now I've got to try. I was just going to say, have a player actually in the playing area. There you go. So he slammed into one of his own players who was on the floor. And come on, where's one of mine? Right, come on, here we go. Right, pick the fucking ball up. There we are. Right, now I've got to get past these. Right. I think the goal that shows up next is, well, okay. It must be then the it must be that, oh come on, oh, the ball's going to go out of play, innit? There we go, got it, right. So I must put it in the yellow goal then. It must go into my own colour goal, not the opposition goal, and went straight into the back of him. And right, well, I went to pick it up and I jumped over the fucking thing, and now it's gone out. Come on, right, here we go. Just got to now hope that one of my players comes along so I can actually pick the thing up. I pushed. Right, got it. Right, here we go. And I fucking missed. Well, I either missed or oh, you. That's going to go out, isn't it? Oh, what the okay, I was going to say, it's got to go out soon. And it did. Right, well, bollocks are starting up a one-player game because, yeah, well, you can clearly see I ain't getting fuck all nowhere. Even if it's just me playing the game on my own in two-player mode. I mean, come on, before the thing goes out of play. Where are all my players gone? No, nowhere to be seen. Oh, there he is. He finally shows up. Right, fire it in. Alright, see if I can actually catch up with this. No, I can't. Got it. Right. And we scored! It looks like I scored an own goal. Well, at least I actually managed to do something anyway. So, player 2 is winning, despite the fact that player 2 doesn't exist. It's just me. So that shows you just how great I am at this game. Right, okay, so I picked it up just in time to run into the back of... oh, fucking come on. Pick it, you fucking useless. Oh, what was... Oh, you realise at some point I'm going to do a review of this game, and it's going to look like I'm contradicting myself, because I'm going to be saying, yeah, the game's great, but then I'm going to, well, just, it's going to look like a fucking disaster area as I play it. There we go, 1-1. I've finally drawn level against a team consisting of no players at all. Right, let's see if I can actually take the lead. Yeah, where have all the players gone? Okay, so I saw one of my players there, and he stayed on screen long enough to fall over. Come, where the fucking hell is everyone? Here we are, right, but now it's gone out of play. Oh, I've got a big case of smoky eyes. Right. Come on, just give us one of my players. Here we are. Right. Okay. Well, he was moving automatically there, and he's gonna fucking go into the back of us, like fucking cunt he is. And now, right, this is it's gonna go out of play before I get the chance to pick it up, or not. Right, I got a long old way to go though before I can get to the the green goal. Here it comes, and I fucking missed. And that's going out of play because it's slowed down too much. Yeah. in your own time. There we go. Well, clearly that timer stops occasionally because I'm sure I've been playing this game for more than 10 minutes already. But this 10-minute game is still going. Alright, so we got the ball. Not that one. Oh, all my own players getting in the way. Alright, so we keep going. So I don't think you can turn around and go the other way. And missed it. Oh, what the fucking hell is he doing? There we go. Right, I'll have another stab. What was that? That was me getting the controls buggered up. There we go. I've finally taken the lead. After 9 minutes of playing against nobody, I finally take the lead. Isn't that impressive? Well, there you go. I think that's enough because, yeah, this video is going on for longer than I thought. So Rocket Ball, I mean, it is a decent game, but yeah, the control method is not for the faint-hearted. The learning curve is staggeringly steep. And there's a good chance you'll get pretty frustrated with it before you actually get to grips with the controls. But if you do persevere, it's not bad. I would say, yeah, definitely give it a try, but just be warned. The first few 100 goes are likely to be quite frustrating. I picked it up right in front of the green, but oh, you fucking useless. Right, here's my player, but time is now running out. I may as well see this game to the end then. There we go. So I won. Yeah, there you go. So, Rocket Ball. It's a decent game, but you need a lot, and I mean lot, of practice with the control method. So, right, time for me to bugger off while Mainmaster comes along with whatever gem he's covering of mine next.
Right, okay, this is Power Drome. This was released by Electronic Arts and it was programmed by a chap that goes by the name of Michael Powell. So this was one of the games that Lycosa reckons people should play. I mean, it's a game I did tentatively play back in the day and I just found it too damn difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to play these games for 10 minutes and see if we change our mind. So let me... What's it saying here? Power Drome, blah blah blah, enter your name, okay. There we are, right, that's what we want, a nice easy course. I'm saying easy, the easiest I would imagine. So, Chris did recommend we go with mouse, which I'm assuming that's mouse, that's joystick, we don't want multiplayer. Cup, don't know what that is that practice? Try that one. And see how we get on. Practice session started. Right, I've no idea what we're doing here. I don't appear to control anything. Space. Right, there we are. This is going to be fun. So I'm going to play this for 10 minutes and then give my thoughts after the 10 minutes are up. Ah, damn it. Right, okay, so pulling back on the mouse makes you go up and vice versa. Pressing the right mouse button increases speed. It's just so sensitive, you would not believe. Now I know 10 minutes is not enough time to make your mind up over a game. You know, this is all a bit of fun. You know, if you bought this, you would have to... A lot of games require some proper investment of time, and 10 minutes is not the proper amount of time. And I'm not quite sure what the green thing is. I'm just really struggling. Let's go in here. Alright, what was that? Was that a pit, possibly? Alright, we've just gone right through some kind of tunnel. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here. The problem I'm finding, because I'm going up too high, I can't actually see where I'm supposed to be going, so I'm guessing you really need to try and stay fairly low. If I could just get around the track without crashing, I would be very happy. I mean, the thing is, it's a beautiful looking game. You really get a good sense of speed. What I think would possibly make it a touch easier is if there was a map. You could actually see when a bend's coming up. Right, let's try and go a wee bit quicker if we can. Whoa. I don't want to speak too soon, but can I say I'm doing and I have. I'm doing a damn sight better. Oh, come on. Than I was on any previous attempt I've ever had of this game. But I can't ever see myself being so proficient at this game that I could actually race. Now I know you can use joystick, so what I'm going to maybe do, I'm going to give joystick a little go. I know Chris did say because it's an analog game, it's a very twitchy game, you really want the fine controls, the precise controls that an analog controller like a mouse gives you. You're not going to get that with a digital joystick. Now I'm going to completely reserve judgment in the game until I've actually finished. Because like I said, I wasn't a fan of this game going into this video. And based purely on Chris telling me that it's actually a good game, worthy of sticking with, I'm going to give it my best for 10 minutes and then just see. What does that say when you crash? Please. I don't know what Kate said there. It just keeps disappearing too quick. Get off the wall. Right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come out of this and I'm going to put it on a joystick and see if that's any easier. Right, so I'm going to put this on a joystick and see if it makes it any less difficult to control. I don't know if there's any way of changing the sensitivity. No idea. So right, joystick, and let's just go for practice again. So we'll give this a go. Got 5 minutes left to play, and then I'll decide if I still think it's if I think it's a game worthy of playing. Right, spacebar. Now I would say right away that I think using, if I could change, damn it, if I could use the change the, what do you call it, pressing it up moves up and down moves down, I think I would find it easier. Ugh, come on. I think it's safe to say that this game would take a lot more than 10 minutes to get used to. But I think even in just the 5 minutes or so that I've been playing it, I've improved a wee bit, so I think if you were to give it a couple of hours, you would certainly get better. Come on. Now you know what, is there some way of changing the viewpoint possibly? I don't know if there is. I'm just going to press a few buttons on the keyboard. What was that? Right, I've had to reset it, I don't know what I did there, so let's jump back in it again. I've since found instructions, and apparently pressing V gives you a... I'm going to go back to joystick again. Apparently pressing V gives you a, what do you call it? A full screen rather than inside the cockpit, so I'm going to see if that makes it any easier. Not convinced it will, but let's give it a go. Right, V, there we are. I think it is maybe a wee bit easier because you can obviously see a bit more of the screen. Of course, typical me, I've just said something and then I'm just constantly crashing. I can imagine there's a really good sense of satisfaction when you actually start getting to grips with the game. You're not crashing every 2 seconds. Try and see if I can go full pelt just for a laugh. If I can just get off the wall. Right, anyway, listen, that's come up to 10 minutes. Okay, that's Powerdrome. I think it's a game that if you put the effort in, if you put the training in, the practice in, I think you're definitely going to get good at it. And I mean, it's a beautiful looking game, and I think you would really get a lot of fun out of it once you actually get used to playing it properly. Trying to learn a game like this in 10 minutes is really not doable. So, you know, if I'm honest, I'm finding it just as frustrating as I ever did. Possibly doing slightly better, which, you know, wouldn't be very difficult. But yeah, it's probably not. Have I changed my mind in the game? Probably not. I just find it too finicky. I don't believe that a game should be that difficult to get into. You know, a modern game would probably give you steering assist and that kind of stuff. I understand that this is an old game, but if they perhaps even give you an outside view, it would let you see just where you're, you know, where you're flying. The problem I've got here is I don't really know how close I am to the walls, and so as I'm going round here I'm thinking I'm nowhere near the walls and I'm crashing. So maybe with a few wee tweaks I think this game could have been so much better. That said, I think if you put a lot of practice into it, I think it would be a really fun game to play. But is it a game I'm going to go back to in its present form? Probably not. So yeah, that's Powerdrome, released by Electronic Arts in 1989.
Right, The 8th game, Castle Wolfenstein. Now, for a 1983 game, I think this title page here don't look too bad. However, there is a reason why this is the last of the Commodore 64 games I've covered. Let's just right, what controls do you want? Controls in inverted commas. Right, this is the bit I really detest. No matter what I do, I just cannot skip all this fucking text. Every single time I play, I'm pressing every fucking key there is. Doesn't do a thing. So you've got to sit here and wait for the text to finish before you can actually start playing the game. Come on! Right, here we go. Right, at last we are now playing the game. Now, I am absolutely... Oh, fuck's sake, I've walked into the wall, and so let's get out. Right. So, we'll stand next to the, yeah, because, yeah, you get too close and you get all that shit again. So, pressing U to try and open the box doesn't work, because you have to be aiming your gun for some reason at it. Alright, so now, let's, oh, it's locked. Well, it says you can shoot locked boxes, but, oh, fuck, so I keep pressing the fire button to fire. You know, what a weird concept. But of course, it doesn't fucking work. So it's this key to try and... Right, well, I can't tell if it's open or not. No, it still says it's locked. So I'll fire some more. I keep firing away. And I've now used up all of my bullets. And it's still locked. So I don't know how you unlock the thing. Or even if you can. And yes, again, I've walked into it. And it's the same with this one. Press U, yeah, it's locked. And now the Nazi has spotted me, so he's now going to come after us. The thing is, if I walk through this door here, yeah, look, see, there's loads of them, and they catch you straight away. And there you go. Wasn't that fun? And so I've started the game again, which means I'm now going to sit through the bloody text again. Isn't it riveting? In case you can't tell, no, I am not a fan of this game in the slightest. I hate it. I'd rather be playing a Pidgeot than this. Here we go. Right. So it stuck the kraut down in the bottom there, but now he can see me. And right, let's try and actually shoot him. Which of course means going absolutely nowhere near where the actual fire button is. There we go, right. Now, what can I do now that I've got... All I'm trying to do is aim. Oh, here we go. Right, so, you searching. What's it found? No, he hasn't got anything. So that was well worth doing. Well, what I can do now is... search the boxes. Oh, that one's locked. What a surprise. What about this one? And that one's locked as well. So let's... I went to try and shooting at it again, but of course I used the fire button to try and shoot with. So, well, that's not doing a fucking thing. And then, yeah, if you walk into it, you get that. So, okay, the game looks terrible, but then, you know, 1983, you weren't going to get state-of-the-art visuals. Actually, in 1983, this probably was state-of-the-art visuals. But the gameplay, and oh, fucking what? Yeah, the gameplay and this... It's, oh, I hate it. I mean, they couldn't have made the control method more annoying if they tried. And yeah, this part here where you just can't skip this text. I mean, it could be my disk image, but something tells me no, it's not. You can't skip it. So okay, so it's carrying on from where I left off. So yeah, there's a right. Let's see what happens if we actually, because I can't do anything with any of the boxes in here. Oh, he's right there and he's caught me straight away. You know what, I've had quite enough of this shit. Yeah, I don't know what the mainster was on when he rated this as, you know, a great game that's overlooked. But whatever it is, I'd like some. Yeah, I can't stand it. And I've had more than enough of it. Right, that's Castle Wolfenstein done, sort of, or as close to being done as I can take. That means there's only one left now. Right, next.
Right, okay, this is Return of the Mutant Camels, or it was also called Revenge 2 apparently. Both the same game. Now apparently this was programmed by Jeff Minter, and I didn't even know this game existed. Now Revenge of the Mutant Camels was one of my early favourite C64 games, so I'm actually kind of looking forward to trying this one out. Straight off the bat, the graphics for the camel are a lot better. Right, okay. Select wave. I don't know, no idea. Right, so pressing up jumps, and if you hold in the fire button, you sort of levitate, and you can kind of move left and right. I'm assuming it's similar to the same object as the first one, basically you've just got to walk a certain distance. You see there kilometres, is that 3 I think it says? I'm not quite sure, I think that says 3. That's the sort of distance you've got to walk until you get to the end of the level. Graphically, it's a lot nicer than the first one. But then the first one did come out, I don't know, 4 years earlier. Whee! Right, select wave. Right, okay, so I can now move. Ah, right, okay. Right, and that's just kind of filled itself in green, so I can either move to the right or down the way. Stand by your beast. Similar sort of aiming. You basically hold the fire button down and you can direct the fire. Right, it's saying there, wait a minute, choose a weapon. Weapon credits. How many credits have I got? I've got no credits, so I'm not quite sure. How can I choose a weapon? Right, I'm trying to do that. I'm pressing fire button. Select wave. Right, not quite sure what I was doing there. Some nice effects. Sound is the usual high standard from Jeff Minter. Graphics are obviously a lot, I wouldn't say a lot better than the original, but largely the graphics, the sprites in the original one were largely kind of monochrome, and this one they are kind of multicoloured. Now if you jump up, right, okay, that's one thing I'm completely forgetting to do. If you jump up like so, you do drop little camels which then zoom along the bottom of the screen and take out baddies that are coming onto the screen. So I suppose you've got to kind of use different tactics. So any kind of ground-based enemies, I would imagine this is probably the best way. Select wave. Let's go for this one. And there's a typical cows and yaks, and was that a hamster? I think that was Rory the hamster we saw there for a second. I like the death scene, that's quite nice. I wonder why this game never really, it kind of largely went under the radar. Like I says, for me, I had already moved on to the 16-bit machines, so I wasn't looking for games for the C64 because I didn't own one, obviously. So I think in the case of this game, it was probably just kind of bad timing. It did come out kind of later on in the C64's life. But certainly, if I'd picked up a tape and it was called Revenge 2 by Mastertronic, I probably wouldn't have picked it up, or I'd probably think to myself, it's just a kind of, it's been programmed by somebody else other than Jeff Minter, and it's going to be rubbish. You'll see there's a little cross where I've died. Right, so select wave. Can I go back to the same one? Oh, damn it. Choose a weapon. Credits, I've got 41 credits. Energy, bullets. Choose a weapon. Choose a weapon. I've not got any credits left, so how can I select wave? I can't quite figure out how that kind of part works. Whoa, there we go. Alright, so you have actually got better weapons. Right, that's obviously the way to get past this one. Ah, so you can actually stay in the air, which is nice. Whoops. Yeah, so it is a wee bit more involved than the original one. What would have been nice for me anyway is if they had kind of stuck with the original music. I think the original music is very much a part of this game for me. We're almost at the end of this wave. Wee bit to go. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Right, and the next one. Select wave. It doesn't actually tell you what. So you can only move into an adjacent one basically. So let's go down here. Is that training shoes, I think? Right, I'm taking an absolute hammer, so that's going to be a big fat cross. Yep. Ah, damn it. Last piece, I think. Right, select wave, let's just move to Here. One thing I did like about the is that underpants? I think it is. One thing I liked about the original Revenge of the Mutant Camels was each level had its own name. Don't notice any names in this one. But technically, this is obviously, it's moved on a bit from the original one. It's not a lot different, but it has got a few more game mechanics. It's got extra weapons. You can obviously jump and drop bombs down below. So it has moved on a wee bit. And as I said, I was a massive fan of the original, and I've got to say, I like this. It's a nice game, and I think it's one I'm definitely going to play in future. So yeah, anyway, that is Return of the Mutant Camels, released in 1987.
Well, here we are with the 9th and final game, and this was supposed to be Formula 1 for the Spectrum, but I'd forgotten something, which is that no matter how much I try, I just cannot get Spectrum emulators to work on my PC. I just get runtime errors galore, and after trying 3 different Spectrum emulators, I gave up, and then I had an idea. So I put it to His Royal Mameness, hoping that he would say, no, don't worry about it, just stick with the 8 that you've done. No, he said it was a good idea. I think it's purely to punish me for not being able to get a Spectrum emulator working. And that is, of course, to play the, well, what was the 10th game, which initially he had spared me because I fucking hate this game. But nevertheless, here we are. It's Apidya. Let's get out of this shitty intro. Now, I've already reviewed this game, so you don't need me to go into what I think of it. Let's just well, I'll set lives to 3 because, and I'll also set it on easy, so I might actually get somewhere. Apparently this is supposed to be saving it, but it never seems to actually save. Anyway, let's give it a try. Let's get this shit over with. Now, something else I'd forgotten all about when we were talking about this game in the vid is this game came out in, what was it, 91 or 92? And yet, it will not use a second disk drive. So although the game comes on 3 discs, you have to use drive DF0 or DF0 or whatever you want to fucking call it. It will not use DF1 at all. And for a game that came out in 91 or 92 on multiple discs, there is no fucking excuse for that at all. I hate it. I hate this game anyway. Because, again, the Mesa was absolutely spot on when he described it as a bit of an R-Type clone. Well, he later retracted and said it was more like Gradius or Nemesis or whatever you want to call it. I think calling it similar to R-Type is much more accurate because it is infuriating. Because when you lose a life, you lose every single fucking power-up you've picked up. Which basically means that if you lose a life, as I've just fucking done there you go, everything's gone. Actually, I've actually kept one. What the fuck happened there? Yeah, you may as well give up, because you are not going to get fuck all nowhere. Oh, fucking hell. The other thing is the details in the graphics, yeah, they do look good, but if anything, they're a bit too detailed, and a lot of the time, I can't see what the fuck is going on, and I keep missing shots until I fly into the fucking thing. And that is fucking annoying. So, oh, fuck it. So this is why I always said it, there are only 3 lives instead of 5 lives, because, you know, setting it to 5 lives, all you're doing is increasing the frustration you're going to feel as you try and get somewhere playing this when you've got fuck all in the way of power-ups, and so you can't shoot a fucking thing. No. We'll start from the beginning again, as I guess I should have a second go. Again, see, I did click on the fucking save, or press fire on the save, but no, it hasn't fucking saved it. I hate this fucking thing. Right, let's get this over with. Right, last go. After this, I'm losing the disc image. I just can't stand it. It's also killing my arm. I was going to be doing another retro review, an actual retro review video, but that was going to be a shoot 'em up. But my arm is fucking, yeah, my arm's killing me. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing that today. I may have to give it a day or so to recover from playing this shit. I mean, yeah, okay. Graphically, I'm going to try and find something positive to say about it. Yeah, graphically, it does look nice. Nice is not a particularly complimentary, description, but yeah, it does look nice. But it is, if anything, a bit too detailed in places, and I sometimes have difficulty seeing what the fuck is going on. There we go. So I'm now back to absolutely fuck all in the way of weapons or power-ups or anything. So I keep eating the mushrooms. I think they give you some sort of like temporary shield or something, which I fucking need. I could do with like, a permanent shield or something, especially when I'm trying to get through this area with no power-ups of any description. Oh, fucking arm feels like it's on the verge of seizing up. So I haven't even got, the bomb thing, so I can't hit any of these ground fucking targets. Right, there's nothing in the air here, and I can't do anything against any of those ground ones, so I'm actually resting my arm a bit. I have a horrible feeling I'm approaching the boss. Yes, I am. Fucking hell. Just trying to do the boss with... Oh, you cunt! Oh, it's put me right back here again. So I've got some shields, but... Right, shields are out. I don't even have a speed up. And that grasshopper is going to... there we go. Please don't have it, yes. Right, this is last life, I think. I dearly, so... Oh, you fuck off. That's it. Oh, there you go. Arpeggio. I absolutely detest this game. And this is definitely the last time I play it. I just absolutely had enough of it. There you go. That's the ninth and final one. What a way to end. I can only hope that... Mr. Mainmeister is hating his ninth game as much as I hate this one, though somehow I doubt that's even possible.
Right, this is V, the computer game released by Ocean in 1986. Now, can I just say I have literally spent about half an hour trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing in this game. I've looked at the instructions that come with it, and they are completely sparse. I have googled, I have watched numerous videos, and I am still none the wiser. So I've managed to find the instructions online, and I'm just going to see if I can give this a go. I can feel this one being an epic fail right from the off. So apparently the object of the game, there are two main goals in this game. The first is to spread the red dust all over the ship. The red dust is a bacteria that the visitors have no immunity against. The other goal is to lay out bombs to blow up 5 main targets in the ship. And of course you must escape the mothership before the mothership blows up. Now let's see the control panel. Right, okay. Yep, you've got A's drop bomb, B's position, data link, data record, security codes. Right, security codes display a 6-digit code which you must alter to make all digits equal in order to open doors. Right, okay, and then you can go back to that. Right, so let's see. Learn how to open doors. To open doors, you must crack the lizard's security codes. In the control panel, press a button at the bottom left. The display shows a 6-digit code. By changing this code to contain only one kind of digits, the door will open for a few seconds. The rest of this page will... okay, right, let's get playing it anyway. So, start off, you run left and right. Pressing up does a sort of a front somersault, or front roll, I suppose it's called. So, you can't go any further. You're basically blocked with these, so let's pressing down, you automatically go into this little control panel. So I'm now controlling the little icons at the bottom right. So what I want to do is I want to go down there. Now it says there security 217. The modes, you can see there's like 6 little circuits that are all different. Blimey, I'm just trying to figure out. So let me just start at the bottom. I can't even see me pressing a button how that actually affects what's on screen. The lizard uses a base 6 system and have other representation of numbers. So right, okay, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The different numbers on the control panel rotates the numbers in the code according to the scheme. X denotes a right, okay. So that, right, got you, that only changes, that rotates, right. Right, now I want to come down and change them. Well, what I want to do is I want to try and get these all the same. Do I not? How do I get them to? Right, where's number 4? Ah, right, okay. So I want to change I want to change the second from the end, which is going to be that one. Oh, let's change the one at the very end. Alright, okay, I've made an arse of that. Number 3, is that number 3? Blimey, you know what, my head is absolutely frying here. I don't know, I'm sorry Chris, I don't know how you can possibly think that this game is any fun. Ah man. If the 6th number is a 1, wait a minute, you can either press randomly and hope you get it lucky. I'm going to go for that. Damn it, I'll just come out with a minute, back in. Right, quite clearly, randomly pressing buttons isn't going to work. Right, so what's this here? This guy is giving is this a formula or something? Or use my algorithm. I have chosen to make every number a lizard number 2. If the 6th number you know what, I cannot get my head around this at all. Now I'm sitting using instructions that somebody's actually typed, which is kind of defeating the purpose of this game, because it really, you should be able to figure out yourself. Nah, you know what, I know we agreed to play the games for 10 minutes, but I'm utterly stumped. I've got no idea now. I have watched a couple of videos and it looks like you're just running about. There doesn't appear to be any real shooting of anything. It just seems to be using these codes to try and get through doors. So, nah, you know what? I hated this game back in 1986 and I have not changed my opinion of it one little bit, unfortunately. So yeah, that's V, the computer game released by Ocean. So, there you have it. You can make your own mind up. Are any of these games worthy of playing? You decide. Thanks for watching.